Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel for another video, or welcome if you are new. Today we are doing all kinds of decluttering around my house and just cleaning up. So if you need some motivation today, you've come to the right place. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. We're just going to go ahead and get started in our bathroom today. Whenever I'm cleaning my shower, I don't always empty out this shelf that we have here in the corner, and it tends to get pretty grimy underneath all of the products just from everything kind of dripping in and it being wet all the time. And it's good for me to go through it and declutter it every once in a while. So we're going to first take every single thing off of the shelves. I'm putting them into a laundry basket, and then I'm going to go through those things after I clean out the shower. My toddler had thrown all kinds of cars into the tub earlier, so I had to take all those out, and then I'm removing the bath mat, and I'm using my Kaboom. This sprays on purple and then it turns white when it's ready for you to scrub, and this is my favorite cleaning product right now for cleaning my tub. If I'm going to do the work of taking every single thing out of a space to declutter it, I'll always clean it as well. You might as well when your space is completely clear. It's just easier to clean it that way. And for me personally, cleaning, decluttering, and organizing all kind of go hand in hand. This is a Scrub Mommy, and it came with my Scrub Daddy Power Paste, and typically I would use those two things together, but I didn't have another brush to use to scrub out the tub, and this worked really well with the Kaboom.
Tired snowflakes are coming down, collapse into water when they hit the ground. I hear the sound of empty streets.
And now finally, I'm going to scrub out all of these shelves that I have in the corner of the shower. And once we're doing that and rinsing it off, then I'll let everything dry while I go through all of the products.
I can't promise you're the only thing I see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us fade away.
If you are new here, we only have one bathroom and it's very small and the storage situation is not ideal. So we have to keep pretty much all of our shower products, like even the extras, inside of our shower on that shelf. That's literally like the only storage that we have for it, because we only have one linen closet as well, and that's full of all kinds of other things. So anyway, if it looks like I'm keeping a lot, that's because we do actually need a lot of this, and this is all we have for our entire family of 4. So I'm pulling everything out and I'm wiping it down because, again, it gets kind of grimy in there, and then I'm putting aside anything that we're going to say goodbye to. And here's a quick glimpse of those things that I'm going to be decluttering, and then all the rest of this is going to go back into the shower.
Making echoes as we walk. There's no one left but you and me. It's like a made-up place that only we can see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us fade away. Build a secret place.
So while we were on the topic of shower products, I figured it was the perfect time to share my Foreo Luna 4. Foreo is partnering with me for today's video, so a huge thank you to them. The Luna 4 is a facial cleansing brush. I've been using it for a few months and it's been wonderful for my skin. I have really sensitive skin and it can get dry, so I love that they have a Luna just for sensitive skin like me. I feel like it really helps to deep clean my skin without leaving it feeling dry, and my products are able to better absorb into my skin after because of it. What's really cool about the Luna 4 is that it features the most personalized cleansing experience available, as it offers 16 T-sonic pulsation intensities to choose from. It's also made from ultra hygienic silicone and is proven to remove 99% of dirt, oil, and makeup residue. I use it alongside the Foreo Luna Microfoam Cleanser 2.0, and it leaves my skin feeling clean, smoother, and softer. Another great feature is firming massages. You double press the universal button to activate, and then use the back side of your device to glide the device from the center of your face out. You can even follow an app guided firming massage as well. This device rarely goes on sale, but the first 100 viewers who use my link down below to purchase the Luna 4 will get 35% off. So make sure that you take advantage of that discount if you've been wanting to try this. I absolutely love mine. It's been great for my skin. So again, make sure you check that link in my description box down below to save 35% off of your own Luna 4. Moving on to our next decluttering project, we have to tackle the entryway. I feel like I've done this relatively recently, but it needed to be gone through again. And especially as we approach another season changing, we're heading into the really cold weather now, from the fall into the winter. It's just always good to go through this space. And we don't have like a big mudroom or anything like that. We have a small home. So this is again like our only storage option for all of this stuff. So we just try to make the most of the space that we have, but it definitely needed to be gone through and some things taken out of there. So I'm just removing everything from off of the shelves in this closet. I'm not going through like the coats and stuff because I know we're going to need those, but I did want to go through all of the shoes that were specifically on the shelves inside of the closet. I tried to vacuum, but my vacuum was dead, so I had to just sweep in there, and then I grabbed a cloth just to wipe down the floors a little bit. This is the original hardwood floor that we had in our house, if you guys were curious and you're new to my channel. But again, cleaning, decluttering, and organizing always goes hand in hand for me, so I try to clean out the space when I have it emptied. And now I'm going through all of the shoes and I'm putting them into pairs and just seeing if we have any that are missing their mate. My husband is like a shoe hoarder. He has so many pairs of shoes, and every single time I ask him to go through them, he has a really hard time parting with them. So I decided to grab 2 pairs of shoes that I never see him wearing, and I took them out of the closet, and I'm going to put them somewhere else entirely and wait and see if he asks me about them. And if he doesn't, in like 6 months, I'm going to declutter them. Now I'm just going through everything that's hanging on this shelf right here by our entryway and getting those put back into the closet as well. The shelf is really helpful because instead of me putting something on the back of a chair or throwing it on the floor, it's really easy for me to hang it on the hooks right by our entryway. But I do like to go ahead and eventually hang them on the hangers in the closet instead of leaving them on this shelf because it does start to look cluttered. This turntable we find really helpful for things that you need when you're just running out the door, and I wanted to go through it and see if there was anything that we didn't need anymore, but there really wasn't, so I just tidied it up and put it back into the closet. And now I'm going through all of the bins that have our winter hats and gloves and baseball caps and things like that, and just finding anything that no longer fits the kids or is just in rough shape and we don't need anymore. Our glove bin had a ton of gloves that were meant for outside, and I just felt like they didn't need to be in here in this entryway closet, so I removed a lot of the gloves and I brought them out into the shed. And as for the hats, there were a few hats that no longer fit either one of my kids, so I went ahead and decluttered those. This backpack is what I usually bring when we're headed out somewhere. We're going to be gone for a few hours and I need a diaper bag. I would just prefer to carry a backpack over a regular bag when it comes to that sort of thing. But I haven't used it in a little bit because it wasn't like updated. It had summer clothes still in it, and it had diapers that didn't fit my toddler anymore, and it had random snacks that have been in there forever that needed to go. So I went through all of that. I decluttered the diaper bag, and then I refilled it with some things that we do need when we head out that I've just been kind of throwing in a different bag. And here's an overview of the things I was able to declutter from that closet, and this is just how the closet is looking now. It looks much better. It's obviously not perfect, but it's much more functional than it was before. Now we're going to get into some cleaning motivation. My son's high chair was still out with his breakfast. It had been sitting there for a few hours, so I needed to clean that up and get his high chair put back where it belongs. And then I also had to sweep the floor because, again, my vacuum was dead, so I just wanted to quickly get some of these like chunks of things off the floor before I went ahead and washed the floors in a little while. Moving on to the dishes, I always have so many dishes that I need to do, but actually on this day, a lot of the things in my sink was recycling. We tend to just throw our recycling into the sink because I do like to rinse it before I go ahead and throw it actually into our recycling bin. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to, but I still like to just make sure everything's clean before I recycle it. So if you're wondering why I do that, that is why. So we're just going to go ahead and get all of these dishes done, dried, put away, all the recycling taken care of before we move on to anything else. I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice in these voiceovers, but when I was filming on this day, I started to gradually come down with a cold, and so I'm doing the voiceovers and my nose is like all stuffed up and I'm coughing and it's just not super fun. So if you're wondering why my voice sounds a little bit funny, that is why. Hopefully that goes away quickly. I just do not have time to be sick. I have had a super busy schedule over the last 2 months with YouTube. You guys may have noticed like an uptick in sponsored videos, and this time of year, typically as a YouTuber, you get a lot more brand deals as we approach the holidays. So I've just been super busy, and I have, I think, like a week off here where I won't have a sponsored video. So I feel like that's why my body is like crashing and now choosing to have me get sick. I get questions sometimes about why I rinse my dishes before I put them in the dishwasher, and this is why. This is our filter. I've actually never taken it out of my dishwasher as long as we've had it. This is the first time I've ever rinsed it off, and you could see it was really not dirty at all. There was just like a little bit of grime on there, but I have seen those things looking absolutely disgusting before, and I know that's because a lot of people just put their dishes right in the dishwasher even with food all over them, and that something about that really, it just does not sit right with me. So again, I like to rinse my dishes off, and that's why.
Outside my window, is everything pale and cold? Can't seem to pick up my phone. It's been ringing all day long. Behind these clouds, I know the sun will be, but today's raining, so be patient with me. I'll be right, somehow I must be somewhere the sky is blue. I'm too tired to sleep, too tired to do anything else than doing nothing. I'm too tired to rest, too tired, I'm blue, can't do nothing else.
Really quickly, I needed to refill my hand soap by the kitchen sink, so I'm just using my Jello pods to refill this. I believe it's pronounced Jello, but this stuff smells absolutely amazing. If you've never tried Jello before, you definitely should. But once I've done that, I'm just going to wipe down all around the sink area, and then I'm also going to wipe down the counters.
Inside my room, the heat's like a warm embrace. My bed feels like heaven. I lose track of time and space. Behind these clouds, I know the sun will be, but today's raining, so be patient with me. I'll be right somehow.
I noticed that my cat's water fountain was leaking everywhere. I think it was because the filter was old and needed to be replaced, so it just was kind of clogged and backing up and then leaking everywhere. So I was going to just clean that up really quickly. Unfortunately, I ran out of their filters, so I had to order a new one, and I wasn't able to properly set up their water fountain after this. I had to just pour a little bit of water right on the top there to make sure they had some to drink, but it's not flowing the way that it's supposed to be. And now I'm just decluttering the rest of the dining area and then also the living room. We had just stuff everywhere that didn't belong and needed to be put back where it belongs.
I'm too tired to sleep, too tired to do.
Whenever I clear off all of the surfaces that are catch-alls for us in my house, I always tell myself that I won't let it get that bad again, but it just always does. And yes, we should be better about putting things back where they belong after we're done using them. But at the same time, I think it's honestly that our house is so small that we lack storage. And a lot of the times, everybody else, they don't know where these things are supposed to go. And there's just really not a proper place for them. So they just kind of get thrown around from room to room. I left this clip in here because I thought it was kind of funny. I was like absolutely fighting for my life trying to get this trash bag out. It would not come out. We ran out of our trash bags that go with this trash can. You need to use like the specific brand. Everything else doesn't fit. So we had like a random trash bag in there, and now I'm putting another random trash bag in there until we get our refills. But yeah, it was so difficult to get the trash out. So as for my next little decluttering project today, I needed to pick up the living room and all of the toys, and I wanted to go through them and kind of rotate them out. I found that doing a toy rotation system has made a huge difference for us when it comes to, first of all, my toddler playing. I feel like he plays better when he's got a new selection of toys every couple of weeks. But also it makes cleaning up a lot easier because we don't have all of these toys out all the time. They're not always accessible, so he doesn't make as big of a mess. But in this case, we had too many toys out. Things had been brought out over the week that typically aren't out, so I just needed to pick everything up and kind of reset this space. We do plan to add hinges and like a proper bench to this fireplace area, but we use I think it's the hearth or something, I don't know what you'd call it, as storage for our toy rotation. So my kids can't really access this because it's dangerous with that piece of wood there, and honestly that works out better right now because I don't want them always going in there and grabbing everything since I'm using it for this purpose. But yeah, we do plan to put hinges on there at some point. But again, like I said, I'm just trying to rotate out the toys, putting some away and bringing some new ones out. And now that I'm done with all of that, I'm going to go ahead and wash my floors, and I'm just using my Tinco wet dry vacuum to do that. I have run out of my Tinco cleaning solution that goes in here that you mix with the water, and I've actually been using like a capful of Thieves household cleaner concentrate inside of my clean water tank to clean my floors, and I found that that is working maybe even better than the Tinco cleaning solution because the smell is a lot stronger, so I feel like it keeps the machine itself from getting as stinky as it can get, but also it just makes my house smell good. It kind of smells like a Christmas tree and I really like it.
Small city thinking, I get why you left. Small-minded people sure know how to drink. I came to the party, I laughed at the jokes you made. I wish that I hadn't, 'cause now the joke's on me. I didn't come here just so I could watch you make a mess. I didn't come here to ugly cry in my favorite dress.
It is absolutely crazy how dirty the water is from the dirty water tank in this after I've cleaned my floors. It's always black, and I find it like a little bit disturbing that my floors were that dirty. Now we're moving on to my bedroom. I wanted to go ahead and make my bed, and then I had a whole bunch of clutter in the corner of the room that I needed to go through. If you guys watch my channel, I feel like it's like this every single week. I just, for some reason, collect clutter on my side of the room. My husband does as well, but I can definitely be worse about it sometimes. And I just needed to go through that and get all that put away. Our bedroom is just too small to have a bunch of clutter collected on one side of it. It makes you literally feel like the walls are caving in. I had clean clothes inside of my hamper that needed to be folded and put away, and so I was kind of throwing all of the dirty stuff onto the floor because obviously I'm not going to throw it on top of the clean stuff in the hamper. So I had to free up this hamper so I could get all that dirty stuff put away, and then I needed to go through that other laundry basket. The laundry looks a lot worse than it actually was. It really didn't take me all that long, but I had our duvet cover, our other duvet cover, clean inside of one of the laundry baskets, and that was taking up like the entire thing. So it looks really bad here, but it really wasn't that bad. I try to save my folding for last when I'm cleaning because it always hurts my back so much. So I'm just going to get all of this folded as quickly as possible. Some of it does get hung up, so I'm just kind of throwing those things aside. And you guys can see my cat coming in. Every single time I ever fold in my bedroom in a video, he comes up and lays on the pillow, and I think it's so funny. He's not doing it right now, but I feel like he does lay down in a minute. But he's just such a funny little cat. He loves that pink pillow. That's actually a maternity pillow that I've had since I was pregnant with Sutton, and I still sleep with it because it's so comfortable. But also, I don't have the heart to put it away because my cat loves it so much.
You told me there'd be better days, and nothing that can pull us under. You wanna take the pain away, but know that I was born as a fighter. We fade, but we're better than that. We're better than that. I know you know, so why are we holding on, holding on? Yeah, seems like we're back on start, but go. I go right and you go left before it turns to red. It's true.
Now I'm going to go ahead and put away everything into my drawers. I have done a little bit of decluttering of my own wardrobe recently, and I've shared that in recent videos. So if you are new to my channel and you need more motivation, I have been posting a ton of decluttering videos recently. So I would love for you to go and check those videos out if you are needing some motivation. Yes, this was super dusty, but I was really not feeling well. I was kind of starting to feel under the weather, so I was not about to clean it up. I just needed to put it away. Now I'm just folding up our other duvet cover, and I'm going to put that away for the next time I need to change out our sheets and stuff, and then I'm going to vacuum our room.
So that is everything that I'm able to accomplish today. I actually feel like I'm getting sick. I don't know if you guys can tell by my voice. Like I can hear my voice sounds a little bit different, but I don't know if you guys can tell, but I feel like I'm coming down with a cold. My throat is kind of hurting, my nose is running, and it's gradually getting worse as the day goes on. So I think I'm going to call it a day. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I feel like I got a lot accomplished. I was able to declutter in the shower and clean that dreaded shelf that we have in there. I was able to do some cleaning in my room, putting away clothes, decluttering the entryway closet, decluttering the house because there was stuff everywhere, and cleaning up. So I hope this gave you some motivation. I feel pretty good about everything that I got done, and at least now if I'm getting sick, I'm starting off with a relatively clean house, because you know when mom gets sick, like everything falls apart. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to check out Foreo. I'll have all that information in my description box down below. And thank you very much to Foreo for partnering with me on today's video. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new to my channel and you enjoy cleaning, organizing, and decluttering. I have some fun stuff coming up. I'm working on a unique small office type video that I'm really excited for. I'm not sure when that's coming out yet, but that's in the works. I've got a lot of fun stuff coming up. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you'll come back again next week for another video.